Okay, we're recording, Baruch Hashem.
This chapter.
Okay?
There you go.
So it says guarding your investment. Guarding your investment. We're back to guarding Shalom. Yeah? It says no woman can stand the feeling of being second fiddle. Second fiddle, even when her husband is devoting his attention to something that's important to her, such as making a living and so on and so forth. As soon as she feels that something is more important to her husband than she is, peace at home is disintegrated. Meaning, it's a livelihood. I have customers. We need to, you want the big house. You want the new car. How am I supposed to get it? No, I'm not first. Even that's no good.
Tell your customers to bring kids for you.
Anna. Suppose that a husband is a good guy. He meets his wife's needs and he tries to do everything she wants, but she still is not happy. He doesn't understand what in the world she wants. In such a case, he has likely flunked her test at a critical time. Maybe she asked him for a favor while he was watching the Super Bowl and he inadvertently ignored her. Yeah? That's all it takes to give her the feeling that she's second place to the Dallas Cowboys. She can't stand that. She wants to be first place at all times. Meaning, 99% of the time he does everything. Whatever she wants, he got it. But the one time that he's watching a little game and he's a little busy, and she says, honey, can you whatever? And he's like, yeah. Boom, that's it. I'm second place. It be one time, Johnny man. He says, let's view a different scenario. Suppose the wife knows how passionate her husband is about football. She's cooking and he's watching his favorite team play an important semifinals game. She cuts her finger while chopping the vegetables, and she calls him to the kitchen for consolation and to help her with the banding the wound, despite the fact that it's only a slight sliver, small, Beware, this is a test. Guard your investment. Don't lose everything you worked hard for all this time for a split second. Yeah. He says, get up, express your concern. Oh, Johnny man, why? Should I call Hatzala? No, I just need a Band-Aid. And put the Band-Aid on her finger. Let her feel that for you, her tiniest scratch is a cause for big concern. And this we have a problem with because a lot of times we think, what's the big deal? Just whatever, just shut the switch off, put it like this. No. It's not easy, Rabbi.
I had the case.
No, it's not easy.
I had a case. בלגן, דרדיסל, צעקות. בלגן. She went to the mikveh, and he, instead of him thanking her, he stayed home to watch the basketball. She came back home. It was 5 seconds on the clock. It was the last timeout, and the score was tied. And she came in.
Just for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, you said 5 seconds. 5 seconds. What a night it was, Mr. Ciao, Beavnia. We don't care for me. I don't care. And then the guy with the least, I do this for her, I do this for no.
Good proof.
Zero.
Everything delete.
Less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes.
5 seconds.
No.
I'm telling you.
No. Why? I'm not number one. He says if a husband passes this test and lovingly jumps to his wife's call, no matter what, then she'll be truly pleased with him. He says, don't forget that meeting her needs is not enough. A husband must be loving, willing, and quick on his feet to help her. If he does so out of fear or to get rid of her so that he can go back to his game, then she'll sense that and she's not highest priority in her husband's bed. You hear? So even if you do it, but you just want to get rid of her, he says, be careful, you're back to square one. The more he disappoints her, the harder he'll have to work to convince her that she's first place in his life. You hear? He says, big profit. Once a wife feels like she's first place in her husband's life, She has everything. She's happy and fulfilled. And she doesn't need him to hold her hand all day long. She'll respect him and will give him the freedom to develop his career and build his business and concentrate on his learning or excel in whatever field he has to endeavor in. Once he invests the time to give her the secure feeling that she comes first in his life, he's virtually free to do as he pleases. Wow, that's interesting. Is that true, Rabbi?
Yeah.
Mamash like that? She's not, he says, you give her a 100% feeling for a certain period of time. Once she has this feeling, you're good to go. She's going to tell you, okay, go do your business, do whatever you want to do. Yeah?
You have to convince her
Yeah?
that she is number one no matter what.
Can you make a sign, Rabbi?
It's more than just convincing.
No, it's not a sign. Sign's not going to help. Action, action.
By the kitchen cook.
Action. When a wife lacks that security, the husband will find himself investing hours and hours in trying to placate her. Meaning, why we get this, whoever gets this, is because she thinks she's number one, number 10, whatever it is. Below number one, number two. Below number one, I'm last place. You hear? But once she has this feeling, I'm number one, which means every little thing, I'm there for you. Yeah? Sometimes we think, you don't need me for that. You're good. No. She mamas wants you to be there. You hear? A smart husband realizes that any investment in a marriage yields big profits. When he invests the time and effort in giving his wife the feeling and security that she's first place, he hits the jackpot.
So it lasts
He hits the
therapy,
jackpot.
lasts everything. Cheaper also.
Yeah, much cheaper.
Gotcha.
It says the principle of making your wife top priority in your life is rooted in wisdom. When you find that your presence, the time you invest, and all your efforts in trying to satisfy your wife never seem to succeed, it's because she doesn't yet feel like she's found a place in your heart, in your life. You hear? Meaning present, this, that, none of that helps. She wants you.
And she feels inside.
Yeah, absolutely. So all these things that she's asking, present, this and that, it's all a byproduct of the fact that she feels that she's not number one in your heart, and therefore, yeah. As long as you haven't internalized the feeling that she must be the most important thing in your life, no matter what you do for her or what you spend on her, she won't be satisfied. What you just said. She has to have a feeling in you, and remember what we said. You have to have a genuine feeling.
Yeah.
Because remember, if I feel that guy, I hate him, he's going to hate me. So he says this feeling is in the heart. So she has to feel it, that you're feeling that she's number one. And how is she going to feel that? You have to really feel it.
Yes.
Faking it is not going to help.
No.
Faking is good because it'll help you get there. But eventually, the ultimate goal is that you have to, in your heart, feel that she's number one.
So how Rachel and how Leah?
Forget about them now.
Yeah? He says, a wife wants to be first place in her husband's life and therefore won't accept any substitute. He says, the petty complaints that wives have against their husbands are the frequently expressions of frustration that they themselves don't know how to express. They want to be top priority, and they're not. In such a situation, the wife will have grievances about her husband all the time. She complains about his tardiness, meaning he's late, or that he doesn't help her with the dishes. Lo and behold, he comes home on time and even does the dinner dishes, and she'll still complain. Yeah, why? She complains that she doesn't have enough money for her household expenditures, and he gives her the money, yet she still complains. Why? As long as he continues to treat her any less than most important thing in his life, she'll continue to complain no matter what he does or what he gives her. Money, here it is. Vacation, you got it. Louis Vuitton, here it is. There. Dishes, I got you. But in his heart, she's not number one. She's not, in his heart, she's not number one. And she feels that way. And therefore, all these things are regurgitated back on him.
And she don't make any sense. Why? Is that I need to work. All this somebody have to pay. No? I don't mind. I don't care. I don't care. Where am I in the picture? You see? We talk logic. She's not there. She's not there. One. I want to know where I am.
He says, the gains that a husband will attain, both on a spiritual and a material level, defy description. Once a husband gets to the root of his marital problem and makes his wife first place, meaning all that will go away. You make her number one, and all that shtuyot is going to go
Root
away.
canal.
Yeah, perfect. Root canal. The nagging and the complaints will disappear, as well as the petty requests for this and that, and spend time, and all that will disappear. The husband will feel the benefit of enhanced siyata deshmaya, or divine assistance, and will succeed in whatever he does. In such a situation, when he realizes that his success and happiness depend on her feeling of marital security, he'll be happy to drop anything in order to fulfill her needs. You hear? So basically, looks like that 1 year that the rabbis talk about, which I never had, that Shana Rishona, that's the year that we apparently should have made her feel like, wow, and then,
Planting seeds.
Zeli
That's the time
chokosh,
you
go
plant
do whatever
the
you want to
seeds.
do.
Nowadays they say first year it's like 15 years.
Oh, yeah? Wow.
That's what I got.
Yeah, so it says communication breakdown. What so many husbands fail to understand is that a wife doesn't need to tie her husband to her apron string. You don't. He says, on the contrary, she functions a lot better when she has her space and he's not breathing down her neck. A wife doesn't like to be under constant scrutiny. It makes her nervous. But when she feels that he's less than first priority in her husband's eyes, she'll demand that he spend more time at home. Meaning, really, she doesn't want you next to her. She wants you far away. Why? She's good in her zone. But when she feels that she's not number one, she ties you up next to him. Yeah, against her nature, apparently. He says, also, she'll come up with a long list of complaints about her husband. The fact is that she's grabbing at straws because she doesn't know how to express what's really bothering her. Even when he does what she says, she's still not happy. You hear? So she can't really verbalize what she wants. She wants to be number one. What's she going to tell him? I want to be number one? No, it's an internal type of feeling, right?
He doesn't know, he said.
Oh, so she doesn't even know how to express this to him. But yet because of that, she feels not number one because he's not really feeling number one with her, right? So she's grabbing all these straws. I need this, I need that. Long list, shtuyot, like this. Why? Because you're not fulfilling what I need. He says, naturally, the husband has no idea about what his wife wants. Yeah? He feels frustrated. And he says to himself, hey, I've done everything she asked for. What more does she want? Maybe? Closets, I cleaned. Shopping, I did. Pesach, sugatov. Everything is ready. What else do you want? Yeah? Nothing I do satisfies her. Oftentimes, he tells her so to her face. He says, yo, what's going on with you? Yeah? How much can I do? Then an argument erupts. Here, an argument erupts. To justify herself, the wife looks for another reason to complain. Because once again, she doesn't know how to vocalize what's really upsetting her. You hear? She's unhappy, but can't put the finger on what's making her unhappy. You hear? He says they don't even know themselves why they're not happy.
They know, but they cannot express.
No, they don't know. That's the chidush. They don't know.
Oh, they don't know what they want?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you said she wants to be the first one.
Yes,
She
but
wants to be
what
number
does that
one.
mean?
That's it.
She cannot express.
That's a
But
secret.
what does that mean, number one? You have here, you have Sunan Manla, you give her everything, this and that. What does it mean, number one? So somewhere in the actions of the husband, she feels she's not number one. But how are we supposed to know that?
Right.
The fact that she tells me, oh, can you pick up something like that? And I forgot about it. I truly forgot about it because I was busy with my day. All of a sudden, what happens? I'm not number one. Well, just because I forgot this little, so how are we supposed to know that? But she does. But again, so now she feels, no, we don't know that. As men, we don't know that because we feel like, but he says, if you internalize and by learning, right, that she's number one. So you make her top priority. And apparently it seems like here, it's not an always type of thing. Once she feels this way, she lets you go. She's not even going to bother you with that. She'll pick it up herself. The reason why she wants you to pick it up is because she's looking for that. Sometimes you feel, I don't understand. Sunday, all day they're free. Why they don't do it themselves? Oh, can you please do this for me? I'm at work. What do you want from me, B? Why should I go? You have plenty of time to do that. Imagine I'm telling her, what? I'm at work. Why can't you do that? Ah, that's it. Big X. Yeah? Yeah, Misha Barakawatim. He says, we now have a classic communication breakdown. The wife has grievances. The husband can't understand what she's complaining about. Both are miserable. There is the type of volatile situation that leads to marital crisis, God forbid. And a lot of us get caught into this. It becomes a mass miscommunication thing where she doesn't know what she wants. He doesn't know for sure what she wants. You understand? And they're back and forth into this, he did this, she did that, he's like this, she's like that. It escalates to the point where they hate each other. They hate each other and they want to get divorced. Why? Because they're not able to understand each other and how to even fix this. You understand? Because remember what he said. He said you build. Something goes wrong, the whole thing collapses. And now you have to start from the beginning. Imagine you're a contractor. You're building a house, you're up to the 90th floor, and all of a sudden the whole thing collapses again. Again, you're building 90th floor, and again it collapses again. Again, you build. How many times can you do that? What are we in Egypt building this on a sinking type of a ground?
And this is with every woman.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what he's. Oh, so he says even if the couple goes to counselors or mediators, they're merely succeeding in attaining a ceasefire until the next skirmish. Here we come, ceasefire, Baruch Hashem, 2 weeks, bam, the bomb goes again. Again, 99th floor, back to first. The only way to solve the problem and to break the spiral of complaint, communication breakdown, and marital strife is for the husband to give his wife the security that she is the most important thing in his life. One of the most difficult things in the world.
That's it. That's the main
One of the
point.
most difficult. You tell me to work 48 hours in one day, I probably can do that. But to make her number one, the most difficult thing in the world.
Why? Why it makes it more difficult?
Oh, so we have to learn. And through learning we're gonna understand, that really we're one soul. And the thing is we have so much already damaged each other's honors and whatever he was talking about, that right now to begin this cycle of repair is very difficult, number one. Number two, as you're trying, she's still throwing to you the same things that she was throwing to you 20 years ago. Yeah. So you're trying because you're reading his book, right? And he says it all depends on you. And Hashem treats this world as a gym. We don't go to gym to pick up 1 pound. We go to gym to pick up what? 50 pounds, 100 pounds, right? To build a body. So you see, it says, since you're put down here to build a character, what does the guy do? He comes in, they give him 20 pounds, he picks it up. I can't do it, I'm out. I don't want to go to the gym. But you came over here for a reason, no? So since we came here for a reason to this world, to work on our character, she's constantly gonna give us this davlenia. How do you say this davlenia? This pressure. And this pressure is gonna build you up if you can handle the pressure. And if not, it's a breakdown. And that's what we have. We have breakdown.
Not only that, many times she calls you while in the middle of your will. She said, I cannot talk now.
Oh, but there's a customer in front of you.
You're done.
Stop, guys. My wife is on the line.
That's what she wants to hear, exactly. Otherwise, the computer says, beep, beep, beep.
That's it.
You're not important.
Finito.
The customer on the chair over there is more important. Whatever you did until now, do pull. How come I called you and you told me you cannot talk to me? How come the customer who sits on the chair that you cannot bring children with him more important than I?
If I'm in the restroom, she
There's a computer.
Yeah.
Her husband is in the restroom
Yeah.
and she's texting. I need this. I need. Can he say we cannot talk in the restroom?
Don't worry, you can talk.
This way you have my permission.
Look what he says. He says a successful husband needs a good measure of foresight. Yeah? Without it, he's a loser. For example, suppose the wife asks for an hour of his time to go food shopping together. He grumbles and refuses, failing to understand why she can't go to the supermarket by herself. Ibi, what do you need me for? She feels slighted. For other things are more important to him than she is. With all the tension, arguments, damage control that follow, he loses 10 hours. Meaning, he says, you for not giving her an hour, you lose 10 hours because of this. Sometimes more than 10 hours, weeks. Yeah? He says, with a little foresight, he'd have gladly granted her the hour of his time. And that way, he'd been a winner for all the accounts. Meaning, you don't have to, 1 hour, you could do whatever you want afterwards. A husband should definitely not insist on being right. This leads to arguments. Arguments show that he doesn't value her opinion. That means that what? She's not first place in his life. You hear? Again, yeah, it's an argument. Why? You're right, you're 100% right. He says, don't be right. Why? Because when you're right, she's now number 2 or number 50, whatever it is. Therefore, he should let her be the one that's right. Yes, Johnny Ma. Huh? He says he should let her have her say and give her the feeling that she's the one who decides and that he backs her decision.
Give her the feeling.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that it is this way.
Absolutely.
Feeling.
He says recurrent arguments are like acid that corrodes a woman's heart. Therefore, the husband must pray extensively for humility, empathy, understanding, the tools that are needed to avoid argument and to give her the feeling that she's the most cherished part of his life. You hear? See, many of us are lacking of this. We don't understand. We think, wow, what's the big deal? Sometimes what she's saying is completely the wrong thing. Completely the wrong thing. How do you make it that you tell her nicely that we shouldn't do this? Yeah. It's better to be wise than right. Be smart than right.
Well, Ram, if your wife, she wants to go out with you and she dressed not stanur.
Oh, so we'll discuss that. Despite the fact that a husband realizes the need to make her first place, the evil inclination is constantly looking for opportunities to destroy the peace in the home. Oh, now we're not alone. We have the Yetzer Hara who wants to what? He wants to destroy the peace. The Yetzer Hara will tell the husband, this time you must put her in her place. You hear? That's it. Finished.
Which one?
You got it. Whatever. One of the situations that happens. Yetzer Hara tells you, no. Okay, then this is.
That's enough.
This cannot go. This cannot go. He says, or don't let this go by without saying anything. Or look how she's committing an outright sin. She's wearing a miniskirt, like this guy saying. Yeah. You must call her down on this issue. The Yetzer's seemingly justified complaints are simply tests of the husband's emunah. In such a sensitive situation, he must stop and think, Hashem wants me to cherish my wife and make her feel like she's first place. If I criticize her or argue with her, then she won't feel that way. So how can I call her down to doing something wrong? Meaning, how can I tell her, your skirt is a little bit too short? What are you doing? Yeah? That's not what Hashem wants, he says. He says, here is an example of how to pray for divine assistance in this issue. He's giving an example. He says like this, Ribono Shel Olam, Master of the universe, have mercy on my wife, on my children, on me, and on all those who are dependent on me.
Hello?
Let me understand that my happiness and success depends on my wife's happiness. Namely, that she feels that she's the most important part of my life, Master of the universe. He says, have mercy on me and instill in my heart an abundance of love to my wife. A love that is greater than anything in the world. have mercy on me so that my heart won't tempt me in any way whatsoever. Yeah? Help me to successfully withstand all the trials and tests that come my way in this area, and that I will always place my wife and her needs, aspirations, and desires above everything else. Let me internalize the knowledge that is that the knowledge that is your desire in your divine wisdom, meaning Hashem's. Let my wife feel that she's truly the most important part of my life. At this point, you can add your own personal prayers according to your own needs and circumstances. So,
Meaning that's the cure. If
What?
she is not Sanu at the moment, the cure is still to keep her number one.
yes,
She will and talk to her.
Yes,
She
yes.
will, it's not my job to correct.
absolutely. He's saying that you have to pray for Siyat Shmai, that he can help you, because the Yetzer Hara is going to put many things in your mind to say, what? No. This you should not go by. This you got to give it to her. This you got to whatever. This you got to stand up for. He says, no. Pray to Hashem, Hashem, please help me. I can't. I need your help. I need your assistance. Why? Because you want Shalom Bayit in the house, and I want Shalom Bayit in the house. And therefore help the situation become better. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen.